Hi everybody, coming to you from my studio today. Been doing some work in here, organizing and getting ready for my upcoming talk on Wednesday in Ramsey, New Jersey, which I'll put the link below. So if you're in the New York metro, northern New Jersey area, come on out. Anyway, as I'm sitting here taking a little break, I'm thinking about some comments that I've been getting recently about the videos that I'm making about my teeth. Not so much about the videos, but about my teeth. Some people trying to shame me for allowing this to happen to myself. And this is something that's been coming up with me in conversation with other people around what's going on in their lives. That they've let something fall apart, so to say, and now they're feeling bad about it, or they're shaming themselves about it, and I've been trying to help them get through this. And there are plenty of people out there that want to shame me for what's going on with my teeth, trying to make me feel bad about it. Like, I screwed up, I made a mistake, and now I should just feel terrible, I guess, because that's going to help, feeling terrible about my dental situation. Because we all know that self-criticism and self-loathing is the best fuel to get into action with. Not. What studies show is that self-compassion is the most powerful fuel that you can use to get yourself into action effectively and consistently in hard times. So, for those of you that are shaming yourselves or shaming others because they've somehow dropped the ball, or they've let something else fall apart, or they're falling behind on things, the criticism isn't going to work. It's actually going to have the opposite effect. It's going to make people feel terrible and less able to take action, less willing to take action. So the first thing you have to do is to realize that there's no situation that needs to be turned around. Like, yeah, I am addressing my teeth. I'm getting it dealt with. I had the first step, teeth taken out, implant posts put in. But there's still quite a few steps to go. But it's not like I'm trying to turn around my dental horrors or the tragedy going on in my mouth right now. I'm not looking at it like that. I'm simply taking steps and then just being present as I take them. I'm being present to what it's like now to live without teeth. Okay, great. I'll just adapt to that. I will acknowledge what it's like. I will accept it. And then I'll start engaging in that life. Rather than carrying this weight or this burden of, oh my God, I blew it. I ruined my teeth. The rest of my life is going to suck. This, that, and the other. Nobody's going to ever want to date me again. I'm not going to be able to chew certain foods ever again. I'm not going to be able to bite into an apple for the next 8-9 months. That's not going to help. There's nothing to turn around. See, we often look at our lives like a cruise ship. You know, we get this giant thing called life, and we're moving it towards Acapulco or Puerto Vallarta. And that's our destination in life. We want this massive thing called Tim's life, to get there, because he wants to retire on the beach in Mexico, drinking sangria. Not really, but you know, a lot of people do. And when suddenly we wake up one day, and instead of heading to Mexico, we find that our cruise ship is now headed towards Iceland, we panic. We're like, oh no, we have to turn it around. But if you know anything about cruise ships, you can't just turn it around. It's not like a car that you could turn around pretty easily. It takes a long time to turn a cruise ship around because it's so big and has so much weight and has so much momentum and just really doesn't have a sport-tuned steering mechanism. Cruise ships are not really designed to steer. They're designed to move in a direction. So again, the first step is to not look at it as your life. You're not trying to turn your life around. You're not trying to turn the situation around. You're not trying to turn anything around. You're simply being present to what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, what you're thinking, and then taking a step inside of that. That's it. There's nothing to turn around. That's a concept. I've got to turn around my life. That's a concept. That's not a reality. The reality is I'm sitting on a couch in my studio talking to a camera. That's the reality. Where's Tim's life in this room? I don't see it. Where's Tim's life in my dental situation? I don't know. It's not really affecting me right now. I talk funny, but other than that, I don't care. Because I'm not looking at my life. I'm not looking at the big picture. When you're in a good place, good idea to look at the big picture. But when you're in a challenging place, I recommend that you don't look at the big picture. That you check in with how you're feeling, what you're saying to yourself, and what the next step in front of you is. Nothing to turn around, just steps to take. Okay? I hope that's of some value. It's what I'm doing now. I'm just taking the next step. And that next step will lead me somewhere, and to another step, and then to another step. And yeah, eventually I will have new teeth put in, and eventually I will have other problematic teeth dealt with. Yeah. But I'm not going to think about the grand concept of, oh my God, I destroyed my mouth. Not allowing myself to go there. Not even entertaining that. And I'm also not avoiding those thoughts. I simply realize that that isn't going to do me any good, so I'm focusing right here, right now. What does this moment look like? How do I feel here? I feel pretty good. I've got no teeth, but I feel pretty good. What actions can I take? What can I do to make not only this moment better, but the next one, and the next one, and the next one? And the way you do that is by letting go of those big concepts. Letting go of that drama, because the drama is just up here. That doesn't mean it's not significant, but it's a thought process. It's not a reality. All right? The reality is always very different than the thoughts we have about it. So take a deep breath. Check in with how you're feeling. Check in with what's going on. Check in with what you've got right here, right now. What actions can you take? What are your skills right here, right now? What do you have available to you? Financially, tools, community, friends that can help. Check in with all of that. Get in touch with it. And reach out and take some small steps. Okay? And starting tomorrow, I'm going to practice with my fake teeth. I've got the denture, and it's weird to have it in my mouth, and it's still pretty raw in there. My gums are really tender because the wound hasn't healed yet. But I'm going to try wearing that and giving a talk with that in. And actually sound funnier with the teeth in than I do with them out. So I'm not sure how that's going to go. But again, here's an opportunity for me to let go of that big picture and not worry about it and just be present and give the best talk I can give, either with fake teeth or without them, and have a laugh about it and get my audience to laugh with me, rather than freaking out like I can't do it, it's over, it's going to be terrible. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. All right? So I will check in with you again. And remember, just check in. Don't check out. I love you. Bye.